Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Yankees. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Max Fried. What's the scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
This is Bryson Stott. Fouled off. He was late. Maximus notches the K. Trey Turner at the plate. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. First offering misses badly for ball one. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup. The shortstop takes the ball. And that misses. And now 3-1. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. So a man at first. So Harper stands in. And there's the strike. Fried in his 7th season, 31 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in 2022. Right through there for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. First-round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-1.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Gone into Monument Park. That one landed amongst the legends. So 2 away with nobody on. JT Realmuto steps in. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Swings through that.
0-2.
Swing and a ground ball. And he'll be safe at first.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 outs. And it's fouled away. Fried out of the stretch, fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Back in the Bronx. And today's starting pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Hard on the ground to first. Harper steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice. Nice grab. Fires to first, and they get the out. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Big time power. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Swings through that one. 0-1. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris. And it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup. And I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Judge waits. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Top of the second. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Max Fried will go to work. This one in the air, center field. Grisham trying to get there. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
The left fielder, Brandon Marsh.
And that one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. 2 down, base is empty. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Just missed. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Back there. And it hits the fence.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Yeah, the batter now, Bryson Stott. Rojas off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Wheeler back to work. That one misses. Ball one. And another ball. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Marsh hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Cody Bellinger. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt, and a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And now Anthony Volpe. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1. Two.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Man at first, one away. Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first. Didn't go. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first two innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. New inning getting started. Here's Trey Turner.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
1-0.
First pitch, not close. The shortstop takes the ball.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
And a swing and a miss.
2-1's the count.
That misses the zone. And now 3 balls and a strike. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Man at first, nobody out. Here's Harper now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And a foul ball. On the ground, and that's just foul. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, no outs. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He's already homered in this game. In for a strike, 0-1.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here comes Real Muto. He's 0 for 1. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Throw to third, not in time. Everyone's safe and the bases are loaded.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Swinging a foul out of play. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And now it's Alec Bohm. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that one fouled off. Turner, the runner at third. Harper on second. Real Muto at first. 2 out of the inning. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. He goes down looking. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Little chopper rolls foul.
You know, these Yankees, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Stretches out and hauls it in. And now, Jorbit Bebos. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Way high.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Real Muto down to first with it.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
So the lineup flips over. And next for New York, Trent Grisham. Fought off foul. Foul ball there. Righty delivers. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just It's having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now it's the DH, Ben Rice. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And it ties it up. It's 2-2. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here comes Aaron Judge. Struck out swinging his first time. Late on that fastball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
And ball 1. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. Back at Yankee Stadium as we go to the top of the 4th. Now, Brandon Marsh. Marsh measures 6 feet 4 inches, 27 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. Next one off the plate inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now it's going to be Johan Rojas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And there's a foul ball. Next offering is down low.
Ball up.
Right through there for a strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. So the batting order turns over. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it, and that is out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, so now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one not close. Now 2-0. And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Hard ground ball, base 9. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here comes Belly to take his cuts. And that is out of play. Roll to short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Went down on strikes his first time through. In the dirt. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1-1.
That one finds the corner. That's strike 2. Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish.
Now batting the catcher.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Struck out swinging his first time. That one pulled foul. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. 2 outs. And now 1-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Turner now.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
You know, these Phils just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And a big swing and a miss. Hard hit left side. LeMahieu gets it to first. 1 away here in the 5th. Here's Bryce Harper. 0 for 2 in this one. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. It's a bomb. He sends it out of here. And that gives him a lead. It's 3-2. 1 out, base is empty. Kyle Schwarber getting ready to hit. Breaking ball misses down and away. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow, and I'll give you a free suit.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, you're trying to put me out of business, aren't you? And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
And down on strikes he goes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. And now it is JT Realmuto, 1 for 2. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
It's 0-1.
Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2.
0-2.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Up the middle, Bibas. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Back here in New York, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, DJ LeMahieu. Wheeler back to work. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that drops in for a strike. Just off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. And that's in the dirt. Just off the inside edge.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. No outs. Runner at first. Jorbit Bibas digs in now. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
6 straight outside the strike zone. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2-2.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Now here's Trent Grisham.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. In the dirt, runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. LeMahieu, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. Next pitch, not close, up high. Goes down looking. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. And there's the ball.
2-2.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back for more from the Bronx, and now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. New pitcher for the Yankees, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And a base hit into right center field.
Up next for Philadelphia, the third baseman,
And here comes Alec Bohm.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Castellanos on his way to the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
At the plate, Brandon Marsh. And a foul ball. 1 on, nobody out, a run in, and we're the top half of the 6th. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
Well, anytime you launch one foul that has the distance, it's tough to reset for the...
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd, and they add on. It's 6-2. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. Line drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
Loaisiga fires. Swing and a miss.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And the 0-2 stays alive. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And they tag him out. Trey Turner with a chance now. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. And there's 2 down. So here is Bryce Harper, the first overall pick back in 2010. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, pretty clear to me.
0-1.
He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Bottom of the 6th. Here's some real power at the plate. Aaron Judge.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Up and in, and it's 1-0.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
And he dodges that fastball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That's a little bit low. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That clips the corner.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch, can't catch up. His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So, man aboard. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ball game.
Misses.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
And that's ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And the sweeper is off the plate. Next pitch inside. And that's ball 3. So Goldie strikes out here.
Now batting, the left fielder.
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Left field. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Volpe stands in now and watches strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Stop. Pulls it down. And there are 2 down. And the batter now, Austin Wells, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that clips the inside corner.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Ball 1 there. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Brings it in. That is the inning. Back in New York, and now the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber.
Loaisiga, a righty that throws with power. 30 years old now, and he's a native of Nicaragua.
No balls. 1 strike. 1-1.
Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next offering down in the dirt. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together for him. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Real Muto stands in now, looks at that one inside. That's in there. That's strike 1. Runner at first with no outs here. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-2. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, right field. Judge is there. Puts it away for the out.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Inside. Yeah, the count 1-2.
1-2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. 1 down, base is empty. Cut on and lifted in the air. Grisham is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. And that one is lifted in the air. Bellinger sizing it up. And that is that. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singer, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the...
that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jorbit Bibas. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
He lived in your neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me. And that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with him. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Foul ball.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Into center and a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Back there, bangs off the wall. 1 run across. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Base hit, 1 run is in. And they don't push it. Runner holds at third. Bases loaded now with still nobody out.
Comes through with the RBI. Watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. This to third. Roll picked out of the dirt. Body save. The Yankees looking to rally. Big spot, and Cody Bellinger stepping to the dish.
Bellinger.
Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter,
now a screamer into the outfield. And no one can get there. 1 runs in. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out.
Just a huge at bat right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now Anthony Volpe comes home with it for 1, and that's all they'll get.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Wells stands in here, takes ball 1 low. In the air out to center. He's under it. Makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. Here's DJ LeMahieu.
Look, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Reaches out for the tag, and that's the 3rd out. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Loaisiga back to work. Off the plate inside. 1-0.
1-0.
Inside, just missed. And it is 2-1.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
On the ground to third. Over to Goldie. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Line drive, lays out, he's got it.
Now batting, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
2 outs, base is empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He circles the bases. It's 9-6. 2 outs, nobody on. Bryce Harper to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jorbit Bibas.
Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 35, Carlos Hernandez.
That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Got him swinging. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. And the first offering is not close. 1 out, base is empty. And that's outside. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2-1.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Count's full.
Swing and a miss, struck him out at a splitter.
Now back, the designated
2 down, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Ben Rice.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. W.
0-1.
Outside low, and it's 1-1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging, and he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Back now in the Bronx. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. Tim Hill comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
There's a swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changed.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 10-6. Here's JT Realmuto. And it's fouled away.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offered in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Line drive. Come on.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Castellanos, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Swing and a foul straight back. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Hard hit to third. Sends it to first, and Castellanos is out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. First pitch misses. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the top of the 9th. And foul ball. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1-2 count.
Hard hit, right side. Over to Goldie. And that's the 3rd out. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Aaron Judge at the plate.
Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 25, Matt Swan.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting.
Here is Goldschmidt.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And a big swing and a miss. Strom, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Gets it to first, and a couple of quick outs. So it's their last chance in this one. Bellinger up to hit.
Bellinger.
Ground ball, and this should do it. The tag, and that's the ball game.
These hitters came to the yard today thinking one thing: launch mode. 6 home runs. Just an incredible offensive display today. Even by today's standards, that is a huge total.
Final score here today, 10-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.